Leave me and let me go and marry, pleads Olori Naomi to the Ooni of Ife. Leave me and let me go and marry, pleads Olori Naomi to the Ooni of Ife. Hello everyone, welcome to D&Z TV, the place where we give you up-to-date information of everything that is happening in the palace of the Ooni of Ife and the entertainment industry in general. If you've not subscribed to our channel, this is an opportunity for you to subscribe to our channel. Click on the notification button, comment and like this video. So, as a matter of fact, a lot seems to have been happening to now Queen Naomi. Yes, so much has been happening to Queen Naomi. There are incidences and talks of the Ooni saying that he's still going to marry her, only asking her to leave. There's been so much complication and so much talk. But right about now, Naomi has actually taken this opportunity to speak out herself. Naomi has spoken that she actually wants to move on with her life. She wants to move on with her life. So the Ooni should just try and free him because so much seems to be happening in his life. Yeah. So much seems to be happening. So much seems to be happening in the sense that the Ooni has actually not been able to give Naomi an opportunity to express herself the way she wants. So now the only thing Naomi needs to do is to beg for her freedom herself. Yes. Naomi really needs to beg for her freedom herself. Naomi really needs to be free. Naomi needs to be free because she does not actually deserve all of these issues that are happening in her life. The issues seem to be coming every day because the way it is right now, every day one trouble, every day one trouble. So invariably, the best thing for her to do is just for her to just um, move on and get married to someone else. Yes, if you notice, Naomi is still actually still very young. You know, age is still on her side, and she only has just a child who happens to Prince Tade, who happens to be Prince Tade. So technically, she can actually remarry, but the Oni right now is not making it possible for her to remarry. Yes, the Oni has actually built a very strong wall against Naomi. And this wall that the Oni has built like this is actually stopping a lot of suitors from coming to her. You know, normally the way it is, normally suitors ought to have been coming from left, right, center. You remember that time that when Naomi left initially, where it was as if there's someone that was going to fill in the gap. But right now, it is actually becoming quite difficult and quite hectic. That it's not easy. It's not really as easy as everybody think it is. So Naomi has now used this opportunity to come and beg and plead that please Ooni should allow her move on with her life. And I think to me, I think it's also the best thing to do because this issue is actually becoming very, very, very annoying. Yeah, it's becoming annoying because if you notice, Naomi Oni himself is actually living the best life he can live. You know, he gets married almost like on a daily basis, and whether we like it or not, biologically, right? Whether we like it or not, biologically, people, um, people, all they have their own um, taste and feelings, and the way it is, you know that human beings, there's this thing, loneliness causes, you know, once once you're lonely and you're in a level where you cannot actually comprehend, you begin to that there are times where you actually feel um, kind of pretty lonely. There are actually times where you actually feel kind of lonely. There are actually times where you feel like something is incomplete somewhere, where you now really want to get the mindset that of a truth. Oh, I need to be with someone. I need to be with someone. And at that point in time now, you now find yourself all alone. You know that gap is actually we're talking about. That emptiness, that loneliness is something that everybody would definitely feel, So someone like Naomi now has actually been in that level and that time. And being in that level and that time now makes it quite difficult for her to comprehend, quite difficult for her to understand, quite difficult for her to even know that of a truth, she is actually still a living thing, because nobody is actually a superhuman. So Naomi on her own is actually not a superhuman. Naomi actually needs to be cared for. There are times where you wake up in the middle of the night and you want to have a conversation with someone, and once that person is not there, my brother, forget it. It's not going to work. It's really not going to work. You still notice and feel levels of emptiness within you. You feel levels of not being able to understand or aggravate to a point where you can just feel that okay, at this point in time now, you're ready to move on, you're ready to live on, you're ready to live your life the way it should. Technically speaking, a lot of people have been able to still understand that Naomi and Ooni are really going to come back. But the truth be told, Naomi and Ooni, their coming back will actually only be orchestrated if God hand dey inside. Because the way the Ooni is even behaving is not showing any atom of hope or faith that Naomi is going to come back to the palace. So Naomi on her own is actually beginning to request for a leave of office. Yes, she needs a leave of office. She needs to move on with her life. She needs to just have this understanding that in times past, it is actually very, very pertinent to know that no matter how hard she tries, or no matter how deep she focuses, she can never get it right. She will only strive, but at the end of the day, she's still a woman. And as a woman that she is, she will still need the the care and love of the care and love of a man. you know you see, no matter how superwoman she seems she wants to be, there are times and instances where she will still want to be looked for and cared for like a woman. So at that time now, what happens? Is she going to turn to her Bible? Is she going to turn to singing? Is she going to turn to what? She will still need to be treated like a woman. So please, I think the next prayer point we need to pray right now is for the Oni to let Naomi go. Yes, for the Oni to let Naomi go, because last she needs to be set free.